stuff, then the normal stuff, and then there's a little bit more for the Sunday guys at the back here, yeah?
Oh, right, okay, yeah, whatever, yeah, go for it.
If Keeks turns up, I might take you to out the other side. Sure. Sounds ominous.
We're all right. Okay, well, let's go then. Obviously, following on from Sunderland then, McAtee was a sort of a minor concern, wasn't he? How is he today?
Yeah, it was cramp. He just cramped up, so he'll be fine. He'll be fine, fit and available. The only one who took anything was Jebbo. Felt something after that tackle he suffered first half, so he's not been on the grass today. So we'll see how he is tomorrow.
Right, so it's not particularly serious then, and even if it's about the league programme afterwards, you've got 2 weeks.
Yeah.
With regard to changes, always a question mark around cup days, etc. How much is that playing its part in your thinking right now?
Not really, because we've got the international break afterwards. Like I said, it sounds silly having 2 games a week forever, and I don't think we should get used to it. Do you know what I mean? But a Wednesday to a Sunday for us is a luxury. Lately, we've been having Wednesday till Saturday morning, so I think it's just a case of seeing how everyone is. Like I said, the 2 weeks afterwards, we can relax and unwind, but we've got, I think could possibly be a dozen players away, all with tight schedules. Then we don't get them back till the Thursday before the Norwich game, so that sort of plays a part after the game. But yeah, we'll just see how everyone is tomorrow after today, and then pick the team from that.
Yeah, I'm sure Blackburn and everybody else have got similar concerns, but how much is sort of players not being 95, 100% playing its part right now?
Yeah, I think it is. We've definitely. We've started to get players back from injury, which is good. We've had Ender on the grass today with us, doing the full session, which is good. But over the season, how long it is, the 9 months, the schedule we've had this year because of the break in the middle as well, which has played its part. Yeah, I think it's exaggerated, that fact of little niggles and people carrying things, and also people not getting that chance to recover in season, maybe to be as fresh and as alert as they normally are.
2 league matches against Blackburn, the outcomes were very different, home versus away. What does maybe that teach you and influence you in your planning for this one?
Nothing really in terms of home and away. I think just the performances and the latest game that we played, I think, is more like how they're playing now. They played the same way again against Reading midweek, so I think the most recent one will have the most bearing in terms of how we prepare and set up.
As was discussed after the match at Sunderland, the fact that you've got bodies back now and can actually pick from a bench that's of great strength, how much does that maybe give you the opportunity to experiment with tactics, tweaks, and where players are within the team?
Yeah, but it's tough to experiment in games. We want to win all these games now between end of the season, but certainly things in-game changes. You've got a lot more options, which is good, always great. I think the work we did earlier on in the season with a couple of different shapes means we can go to that a bit more within games, which is good. Yeah, but I wouldn't call it experimenting as in terms of let's try something to see if it works. I think we have to. There has to be a reason behind it, because we want to win on Sunday. We want to win the remaining league games.
This is massive for the club, isn't it?
Yeah.
The idea of getting to Wembley and all that brings. This is a huge occasion for Sheffield United.
Yeah, 100%. I said before the game to players, I think to you guys afterwards, this week could be one of the biggest weeks of the season. Potentially one of the biggest weeks of players' careers, and potentially one of the biggest weeks in the club's history. So we have to, understand what we're playing for, not just this week and this game, but if we win, if we keep winning, if we can perform well enough, hopefully we can keep having more weeks like this.
Because this is the thing that sometimes gets lost. Obviously, there are certain players that get to play at Wembley as internationals regularly enough, but for most of everybody else, it's hardly ever, if ever, within a career that you get to play at the National Stadium.
Yeah. There's not many times. And it's always a different occasion, a big occasion. So for players it's big, but I think for the fans as well, it's huge. It's a reward for the support, reward for the season. So we know what's at stake, but I think you don't want that to be just the only reason. Do you know what I mean? This is a quarter final, not a semi. And I was against when I remember I was still playing when the semi-finals moved to Wembley, and I was against it because I just felt Wembley was for the final. But when you're a game away from it, you're probably glad it's at Wembley now. So, but it's still a semi-final. There's still a long ways to go. So, yeah, we're playing for a game at Wembley, but it's not for the ultimate prize. That's still a long way off.
Because even for you, of course, unless you've managed in those circumstances, etc., playoff finals, all that kind of thing, it's rare in anyone's career to be able to manage in those circumstances.
Yeah, but the thing for me, the appeal for me is it's a different competition again. It's a different competition. FA Cup's huge, and I think this season's been good. There seems to have been a little spark about. I don't know. I've not followed the coverage across all the rounds and off all the broadcasters, but there seems to have been a little bit of a reignition, if you like, of people's interest in the FA Cup, which is good because for us growing up, it was the big one. It was the biggest thing. So yeah, that's been nice, and we've been involved in a couple of stories and different occasions. So it'd be nice to have another one.
Because that magic can sometimes seem lost if you go out the first hurdle. But if you're doing all right, lo and behold, it's there.
Yeah, and we've tried to enjoy all the cup games, and we'll try and enjoy this one as well. Everything that comes with it. Like I say, we know it's a different TV audience, which might sound it's irrelevant to us on the pitch, but it's a different build-up. You've seen different people, it's a different audience watching the game, different audience give you feedback after games. It's I think that sort of whilst not significant like say on the pitch, it certainly adds to that different feel to the competition.
Yeah, and again, just to kind of revert back to the other night, we were talking after the match, weren't we, about the kind of extreme nature of either a Sheffield United result or however Middlesbrough do or somebody else. Does it feel as though that in some way, no less pressure because of the prize, but there's an escape here?
Yeah, I think I certainly listen now. The noise at the Tottenham game was great. The support against Wrexham at home, I think the fans got involved in that atmosphere as well, and that narrative that was around it, which was great. Support away at Millwall. Yeah, so there's certainly been less tension, I think, which is understandable. I get that. Yeah, and I think everyone has to come and just enjoy the game and get behind the team.
How do you think Blackburn approach it?
Same way. What have they got to lose? They've got the same prize as us. They're against a championship team. They'll be thinking we've just beat them. They'll be approaching it the exact same way.